Yeah, man. And Joey, all right. I just introduce. Don't worry, I've spoken a lot of Swahili. Have you learned any Swahili word?
Definitely.
You're learning, eh?
Yes,
okay,
let's Mambo, Habari, Asante.
All right.
And so many others.
Kabisa. That's amazing. So let's start by your introduction.
Okay, my name is Samuel Asubiojo, and my stage name is Speedy.
Okay.
And then I grew up in Abuja. I was born in Lagos, and I grew up in Abuja, Nigeria. And then I went to Ukraine. That was 2012 to study medicine. And that's when the comedy came in.
Oh, you know, you're saying you went to study medicine.
Yeah.
And we see you doing comedy, and you make it look like it's a normal thing in an African setting.
Yeah. It's not normal, actually.
But before we go to Ukraine and studying medicine, let's bring it back a bit in your upbringing. So you said you moved from one city to another.
Yeah, I was born in Lagos, and then my dad was transferred at his workplace to Abuja at the age of 3. And then we moved to Abuja, the capital of Nigeria.
Okay. So say you've just you mostly resonate more with Abuja.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So you say you went to Ukraine to study medicine.
Medicine.
How did you end up in comedy?
Okay, actually, I would say I didn't want to study medicine. That was not the plan from the beginning. I finished my secondary school 2010, so I was back home for 2 years, and everyone was tired. Even me, I was tired. Like, why am I not in university at this moment? And then my mom reached out to someone, and then she said, "Oh, Ukraine is actually a very good option." So reached out to a Ukrainian agent, and then he brought. I told him I wanted to study civil engineering. But then he brought medicine. I'm like, okay, why are you bringing medicine? And then my father was like, maybe God, because my dad's a pastor. And I was like, maybe God wants you to study medicine. I'm like, okay, then I'll give it a try. And then that's how I ended up doing medicine. So I think in my 4th year, I had a dream to make a comedy video from nowhere. And the title is 5 Things That Get People Angry. Still on my YouTube channel. And that's the very first video on my channel. 5 Things That Get People Angry. And when I did it, it blew up. And I was like, people were like, you'll make more videos, we'll like it. And then I thought it was something that was going to be even more funny. And that was American parents versus African parents. When I did that, it blew up as well. And since then, I've been, making videos.
So this started while you were in Ukraine?
Yes.
So your parents have sent you to Ukraine to do medicine?
Exactly.
And they see you on YouTube doing comedy?
Exactly.
What was their reaction?
Well, at first, and that's why I'm grateful for my parents, because at first, they were like, this is not what we sent you to Ukraine to study medicine. And medicine, it's not a course you joke with. It's people's life. So you really have to understand what you're studying. But then they were like, we can't stop you from doing what you love to do, because since when I was a kid, I would put on my mom's clothes and, just make them laugh. Put on my mom's wig, and make them laugh. So they didn't have a problem with me when I started it in Ukraine, but they told me to focus more on medicine.
And did you finish the medicine course?
Yes, I finished. I graduated 2018.
So you're a medical doctor?
I'm a medical doctor.
Do you practice?
Not yet, but I'm going to practice.
I can imagine someone walking in an office, in an hospital. They've seen you on YouTube and you're the doctor.
They will just laugh. They'll laugh their pain.
Laughter would cure them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just ask, how do you create your content? How's the plan? Like, do you plan according to the trends? What's happening in the society? Take us through that. Okay,
first, I look way back into how my parents act in the past, how they've acted in the past. And even sometimes when I go visiting, I see some creative ideas why I'm with them, and I write them on my, type them on my laptop. Some of them are, you see memes online, just text of what an African parent, usually has done. And I just think of something creative I can, make a complete video about. And then some of them, my friends will just bring up random, topics about their parents, and it brings a lot of ideas to me, and I write them down.
Okay. That was bringing me to this question then. How did you assemble your team? A team that understands what you want to achieve.
First, I was not working with a team. I was working, I think for the first 5 years, I was working alone. Like it's me after class, run to my apartment, set up the camera, set up the lights, set up the microphone, everything. I was doing everything alone. And if I want to, I'm acting 3 characters,
yes.
And I need to speak to someone. So I would set up maybe a speaker and set a mark there, so I know where to look at the eyes, the eye level. So I was doing everything on my own. And when I came back to Nigeria last year, I knew the work was going to be more, hectic and more serious because I'm bringing in another character. So I went to my social media platform and I said, okay, I'm looking for a crew, looking for a videographer, an editor. So if you want to work with me, just So I just started off with a team recently.
All right. You see the things you've mentioned, like the eye level and everything, and you're still a medical student. Where did you learn all these things? Like, how did you know, say, maybe to edit your content?
That's why I feel like it's a gift, because when I got the idea, the first time when I got the dream, from nowhere I could just edit the video, like immediately. I didn't even have to watch videos. Yeah, I didn't have to watch videos online, I just went to, I was using a Windows laptop, so I went to the editing app there because it was free. And I just edited it and I didn't learn it from anywhere.
All right. Do you ever get pressure from people saying, no, it's time now, you need to go practice medicine? Or everyone has just accepted this is Ojo, Mama Ojo?
I'm not pressured at all. I'm not pressured, because I even get pressured when I don't release a video in a week. I get emails like, oh, Ojo, we've been waiting for a video for a week. Why are you wasting our time? We are bored. Okay, we are watching your old videos. Please bring new videos. So getting pressured for not practicing medicine. Even my parents are not pressuring me right now. So yeah.
You get that pressure from my children in releasing the video. They're your biggest fans. They're like,
thank you.
Before they go to school in the morning, you see, when you say move from the bedroom to the sitting room, you find them watching you very early in the morning before they go to school. They told me you were in town before I even knew.
Thank you.
Yes.
Talking about that shutter, one of our directors is called Malik. He's watching the show. The son is a huge fan. He's called Ismail. He just says you say hi to him. He's called Ismail.
Hi, Ismail. Thank you for watching me. I love you so much.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, by the way, kama kuna mtu akona swali nyumbani aulize kwenye SMS number 22422.
Yeah.
Before Ojo aondoke, si ndio? Okay.
I'd like to ask this question as well. Yeah. Now that you're practicing, I mean, you're doing the comedies, and it's a field that a lot of people don't know if you are able to make good money out of it, compared to now if you had taken the career that the medicine and all that. Talk to us about how the industry is like in terms of earning and all that.
Well, I would say it's very, very, very good, because I've done my research. I'm sorry, but I did my research. I compared it, like if I was studying medicine in Nigeria and if I was studying it in, let's say, America, for example. Yeah. And I went to check the list of the amount, like how much doctors make, how much gynecologists make, or just a general practitioner, how much they make in a year. And it was around $217,000, for example. Okay. And then I looked at, what I've aimed in a very short period of time, because I know I will still get better. I'm just, in the beginning stage. I know I'm somewhere, but I still believe I could be better, or I could head somewhere even greater. So when I measure how much, I mean, it's not about money at the end of the day, but we all need money as human, of course. But when I measure how much I've made, for example, in a year, it's actually more than what I would have aimed if I was studying medicine. So I look at it as, okay, yeah, this is actually a career, since it's able to, like foot the bills and, do a lot of stuff, even if I was studying medicine.
Okay, good stuff.
That is a good point you've raised, because I'd like to know at the point at which you decided to monetize your content, and how did that come about?
Well, I was posting on Facebook in the beginning, and then people were like, why are you wasting content on Facebook? Because then Facebook was not paying, it was not monetized. So a lot of people were like, don't waste your content, put it on YouTube, and you never can tell if people will like you there, and you start making money. So I just started posting my videos on YouTube. Like I posted like 3 in a day, and posted, like just kept posting every week, and like that. Yeah, came good.
All right. So we have a lot of people that want to make money instantly, maybe through music, just through art. So how long did it take you while doing this that the first time you saw, like, actually I have a coin from this, what I'm doing?
Okay, first I'll say, if money is the only reason you want to go into, for example, music or comedy or content creating, then I'd say you should look for another reason, because sometimes it can come and some other time it might not come. Sometimes it might be delayed. So for me, when I started posting, I wasn't getting any, like when people said YouTube pays, I wasn't getting nothing. Like when I check, I'll see 0.01 cents. Like, what's this? But I didn't give up, because I wasn't doing it for the money at that time. I was focused on, trying to make people happy, trying to, like bring out something new for myself. So I wasn't into the money at that time, but with consistency, hard work, and creativity, definitely at some point in life it will come out, the money will come out.
True.
So there's no quick way. There are people I've opened YouTube account for, and after 2 months they are not posting anymore because they thought it's like a quick way to make money. So it's not a quick way to make money.
True. So and what kept you going all through when you started to now? What's that constant thing that has kept you going?
Well, first, the push I get from the fans is massive, because without the fans, without the good reviews and good comments, because we are humans and we can easily get depressed or easily get happy. But so the push, the fans are, will say, are the #1 people that push me, because I get good reviews and I see the love, and the love is massive, so it pushes me. And then my parents, because if they had really not supported me in the beginning, I wouldn't have continued, because of course we're paying my school fees, we're taking care of my accommodation. So if they had told me to stop, I would have stopped. So from that moment to this moment, my parents are pushing me. Okay? If I don't post the video in a week, my dad will call me, "What's up? Why have you not posted the video?" Yeah, so my family, the fans, and God most especially.
True. And because you've mentioned your family, the way you depict your mother in your comedy, what was her reaction when she saw the first video of her?
Well, my mom does not act like
the way you
Mama Ojo. It's my dad. Yes. my dad gives the Mama Ojo vibe. Yes, not my mom.
For real?
Yes. My dad is very strict, very strict. Yes. So when my mom saw it, she was, "Oh, okay, nice. But I hope you are not trying to, because this is how I act, though." When my dad saw it, I'm sure he could see himself in Mama Ojo.
True.
You understand? Yeah. But when he saw it at first, I was really surprised, because he was just laughing and laughing. Anything he would see, he was just easy to hit anybody around him, because it was really funny to him, because he was seeing himself in Mama Ojo.
True. That's beautiful. Now let me ask you in a broad spectrum about the Nigerian art scene. There's a way you've managed to export content, whether it's movies, whether it's music, whether it's comedy. You have a way of exporting even dance styles, your culture itself. You've exported from Nigeria to across the world. How would you say you've managed to do that? Because in other jurisdictions, that is not a practicality.
For me, I would say my content it's the push, because a lot of Nigerians also ask me, how do you get the content out there? And I say it depends. It varies, like kind of content. If you make your content for a particular, group or a country, it's gonna stay there. But my content, African home. They love African homes, like African homes. Because that's Africa, it has the name Africa. So that's Africa in general. So Africans will relate to that. And of course, there are Africans in America, in the United States, and everywhere around the world. So my content first has, opened the ground for so many countries to be able to relate to what I do.
What would you say are the major challenges you face in your...
Okay, it depends, because when I was in Ukraine, the challenges were kind of less. For example, power supply. In Ukraine, I didn't have any issue with power supply. I could just decide any time that I want to, set up the cameras, and boom, it started. And the internet access is also swift. But in Nigeria, I know we're heading somewhere by the grace of God. The power supply has, been a little bit on and off. And right now, when diesel is very expensive because of the war crisis, and so that one is a challenge. But we're trying to manage it because it's manageable. Then another challenge is, sometimes we get writer's block. What do I mean? Like sometimes you're trying to think of something to really come up with, and when we shoot videos, and the next we want to shoot, want it to be better than the other video. We cannot shoot something less funny than the previous videos. So we need to be able to create better content each time we make them. So sometimes the ideas don't come immediately. Sometimes, I have a scriptwriter, and you'd be surprised to hear that. Yes. I don't use him sometimes because I know what my fans want, and what he has written for me is not what I feel they want to watch or see at this moment. So I have to go take a walk. Sometimes I drive just to think of something that will, break the internet or break YouTube, for example. So sometimes writer's block is one of the challenges, and I think that's for now.
All right, Ken.
I think I'll ask this question. What would you like to tell someone who's, growing up and he has a talent? A lot of people think, comedy is something that, you have to be born with.
Yes.
Is it so? You tell us if it's so, and if anyone wants to do this content creation, what would be your advice for that person?
Well, I don't think I don't think anyone was born. Maybe people were born with comedy inbuilt, because they could just smile and they are funny. They could just say one word and they are funny.
Yeah.
But for other people, you have to learn it, and you have to understand the market. You have to understand what the people want to see. You have to see something that's trending, and just do something immediately relating to that.
Yeah.
And for somebody who wants to start comedy or maybe something else, music, first you have to really know if that's what you want to do, and you're not trying to copy someone else, because people do copy people because they feel that's the best thing or that's what's making money at this moment.
Sure.
And when you start copying people, it begins to affect you in the future, because it's not your thing. It's not inside you. It's not your passion. So first you must have passion for it, and then you must be really consistent, because consistency is very, very important. And I'm grateful to God for the grace to be consistent, because if I had stopped along the line, because I have a friend who stopped comedy because of medicine, and when he was done with his medicine, like his internship and everything, he wanted to go back into it, and he couldn't, because the France already, forgot about it. So consistency is very important, and creativity. Creativity, it's not difficult if you read a lot of books or you watch a lot of, things relating to what you're doing, or you read news or listen to news about those things. So first you must have passion. Second, you must be consistent, creative, and altogether hardworking.
True. As you said, people copy a lot.
Yes.
And of course, since you started, people have been copying you. So what is it that you keep doing so that they don't catch up?
Well, there's nothing I can do to stop it from copying me.
Yeah.
But there's no one that can be as unique as I am. You can be more, but you cannot be the same way I am. You cannot act exactly like Mama Ojo. You can act exactly like Ojo. You can act better or less, or less better, but you cannot act. So I can't stop people from copying me. But I would just say that, just find your niche, find something you feel works for you, and you'll be good.
True. We had discussed this earlier before we went on air. I told you that your comedy has cut across all ages, from children to grown-ups. So what is it that you think you have done that other people maybe might learn from it, that you do content that cuts across?
Okay. First, I try to make my content family friendly. And what I mean by that, things that when kids watch, because I mean, I'm sure your child was the one who introduced you to my video.
True.
And I get a lot of that from many parents. So I make my content family friendly. I try to eliminate curse word that I feel might be sensitive, not just to YouTube like platform, but to kids in general. So with that, I think it's easy for kids to be able to tell their other friends about it, tell their parents about it, even, send it to diaspora. And, when you share, I think it just got across so many countries.
Right. That's amazing. So now, of course, you're in Kenya. I'd want you to tell us how you're in Kenya, other than having, I think you have the biggest fan base in the world in Kenya.
Yeah.
If you have a meet and greet for the fans,
yes,
you will definitely see that. So how did your journey to Kenya start? When did you sit and say, I'm going to Kenya, before you even did the video?
Okay. I think early this year, January, February, I was going through my analysis on YouTube and I saw Kenya #1. Like 20% of my viewers, like for example, if my video has 1 million views, 20,000, over 20,000 views are from Kenyans.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, like the love here is crazy. Like even my own country, it's not even up to, I think it's number 3 or number 4. Because first is Kenya, second United States, and then there's South Africa, there's Canada, and Kenya, of course. So, and Nigeria. So when I saw it, like, wow, Kenya, the love is massive. I really need to go there. And I used to get in the comment section, oh, Joe, you have to come to Kenya. You have lots of fans here. Please come to Kenya. And then I started planning that with my manager. So.
All right. So now you're here.
So now I'm here.
Yes.
And so first, of course, I'm going to tour the country.
Yes.
So I'm touring Nairobi at the moment. And visited the national park.
Okay.
I visited the giraffe center. It's been awesome, by the way. It's been really, really great.
Yeah.
And then went to a few malls. And then this Saturday, there'll be a meet and greet at Era Aqua Gardens, Kileleshwa, this Saturday on 25th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So, I mean, people should come see Mama Ojo. Like, live.
Yeah.
And Ojo live. So there'll be like a performance on stage so that they can, just laugh.
Yes. Yeah. That's amazing. You say that Hera Aqua?
Hera Aqua Gardens, Kileleshwa. And you can get tickets at amticket.com.
Okay, and now that you're in Kenya, I'm sure you've gone through Kenyan content and Kenyan comedy also.
Yes.
Have you seen maybe any comedian in Kenya that maybe you can do something with?
Yes, 2 days back, I am Flacco. We made a video together.
All right.
Yeah, so while I was in Nigeria, he reached out to me. And I was like, hey, I heard you're coming to Kenya. Let's do something. And our content are almost like it's the African home.
Yeah.
Otis, Mama Otis, Papa Otis, Ojo, Mama Ojo, Papa Ojo. So we thought of, just doing something together. So we made a content 2 days back.
True that. Make sure you make a lot of content in Kenya and with Kenyans.
Definitely.
Because Kenyans own you. So what adjustments did you have to make in life? Because when you left Nigeria to Ukraine, you were not this celebrity. But now when coming back, now I'm sure even your friends were viewing you in a different spectrum. What kind of adjustments did you have to make in life?
Well, first I always keep everything on the low. My lifestyle, I don't put it out there. And I just, I have few friends because I didn't have many friends before going to Ukraine. And when I came back, I still maintained the same number of friends because I can't say because I'm a celebrity now or because I'm popular, I should have many friends. So I keep my lifestyle low, like the things I chew, the things I buy, the things I do, I just keep everything on the low. So it doesn't, so that I don't get out there because I like to have my own, space and freedom.
True. But you see that is a contrast to the culture we know of our Nigerian brothers because you live a flashy life.
Yes, we do that.
How have you, but don't people tell you're deviating from their culture?
Well, I think it's a choice. It's a choice. Some people want the attention.
Yes.
And for me, I feel the attention sometimes is dangerous because you don't know who's watching you.
Yeah.
So for me, I've decided, even my parents, sometimes I'm tempted to, post something and they were like, no, keep it cool, keep it down. It will speak for itself when the time has come. Yes.
Also, your parents also help you in that?
Yes, exactly.
It's amazing to have such a support system.
Thank you.
So now, as you're in Kenya, make sure you visit even our estates.
estates.
You will get a lot of content from them.
Okay.
I'm sure you see our memes, and when we start our fights with you, with you on Twitter,
I'll do that.
you see. So visit everywhere, and you make sure they give you something called mtura. Mtura, yes.
Mtura, okay. What's that?
It's a delicacy. It's a Kenyan delicacy.
Okay, mtura.
I don't think you can get it anywhere in this world.
Noted.
Okay, it's an African sausage. Let's call it that. Okay. And KDF.
KDF.
Yes, KDF and Mtura, they need to give you.
Okay.
And make content.
I'm sure my team, they are hearing this. So.
Please don't Mtura and KDF and make a video out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, before you leave Kenya, you said you've done content with Flacco.
Yes.
Is there anyone else that has reached out that maybe would want to work with you?
Maybe vloggers, just to vlog, while visiting places in Nairobi. But I'm yet to reach back because of the things that I have to do, like media rounds and the meet and greet, which I'm planning like very well for.
Okay. So apart from Herakwa, you're still in Kenya, yes? You're not leaving after that?
I'm leaving after that.
Come on, now you need a Kenyan passport already. You've seen this is home.
Yeah,
you know?
Honestly, it's home. Actually, it's home.
You need to come back and do more.
Definitely.
Don't be a stranger.
Definitely. I know, definitely.
Kabisa. I also say something to children that are watching you.
Okay.
And people, everyone, Kenyans.
Okay. I'm going to try and say it in Swahili.
Amazing.
Habari Kenya, habari yako. Naipenda Kenya. Nawapenda watu wa Kenya. Nakupenda. Asante.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for your love and support. I do not take it for granted. Please keep watching me. Thank you so much. I love you so much.
All right. We should get your Kenyan name. We should get your Kenyan. They have not.
They've given me a Kenyan name. They've given me a Kenyan name, but it starts with a G. Jigintu or something like.
They will tell me. You please remember the name, and then tell me for your lips.
Can't remember.
Okay, so
you can give me another one. I mean,
we can give you another one.
Yes, I have more than one name.
Okay.
Itoe.
I will call you Mzing.
Mzing.
Yes.
Mzing.
Mzing is the guy.
The guy.
Yes, like when you say Niaje Mzing, like
Mzing.
Yeah, Mzing. Is it too hard?
Not hard.
I could have called you Kevo or Brian, but they have bad reputation in Kenya.
Mzing.
If anyone called you Kevo, yeah, Mzing is fine. Sindio.
Thank you.
All right. So please tell us your social media handles.
So my social medias and those are YouTube, most especially Sam Speedy, SAMSPEDY, and then I have another channel where I just post random relationship stuff. That's Sam Speedy TV, SAMSPEDY TV, and then my Instagram is Sam Speedy, SAMSPEDY, Twitter Sam Speedy, every other thing is Sam Speedy.
Okay. Where did that name come from, Sam Speedy?
Well, it came while I was in secondary school. So we're all seated and someone just brought the idea, yo, let's give each other a name. Like, let's just give each other like a nickname. And people started giving them like themselves nicknames. And when it came to my turn, I thought of Don Speedy, because then Don was reigning in my country. Everyone was saying Don this, Don that. So I thought of Don Speedy. Like, it just came. And after a while, I felt like, okay, what's Don? Because I didn't really know the meaning to Don. And then I just changed it to Sam.
Okay.
Speedy, yes.
So that's how it came.
That's how it came.
Okay. People, my producers are telling me you need to do a comedy for a joke for children at home. But before you go, no pressure. If you want to do that, please tell us again where the meet and greet is.
It will be at Hera Aqua Gardens, Kilele Shwa.
Right.
Yes.
On Saturday.
This Saturday, yes.
From
11 to 3 p.m.
Kabisa.
And you can buy tickets at mticket.com or dial star 229 star 31 hash.
All right. There's a team of our technical team here. There's a lady called Josephine. Very big fan of you. She's watching you. I think maybe you should say hi to her. She's called Josephine.
Hello, Josephine. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much.
A lot of people are telling me that, mmesalimiwa nyinyi wote, okay? I do not want fights before I leave here, and after I leave here, I do not want fights. This one is called Bensu. He's our cameraman. Okay. His kids too. They've taken the remote from him. Every day, the TV is just Ojo. My producer Winnie is saying the same. But you've really cut across children.
Yeah.
You know?
I know that.
What is it that is there that, or you say it's God-given? Did you sit down and come up with your team, because you told me you have a team that does this? Did you decide to target them, or it just happened?
It just happened, but I think there's a reason to that. I feel a lot of kids can relate to the discipline the African parents give, Mama Ojo gives. For example, Ojo, for knows he can eat something outside his home. So I believe African kids, yes, when they watch that, they know that, okay, I've learned something from this guy. I know I can eat from outside, because if I do, I'll get what Ojo got, the slap. So sometimes they just want to watch to see what Ojo's going to do so they can avoid it in the African home.
How do you do that slap? It is a signature slap.
Yeah, I actually slap myself. Yes, I do slap myself, because when I tell people to slap me, they are very, very... So I just, you slap yourself? Yeah, I do slap myself.
But not like...
I slap myself. Sometimes I begin to hear ring noise in my ear. Yes.
So this is real.
It is real.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Before you go, maybe there's anyone you want to shout out, or anyone you want to say, and talk to actually African mothers of this generation today, because you see what you show is not happening now. People have become so soft to their children.
Yeah.
We have become yes parents. We can't tell our children no. Kindly advise them.
Well, shout out to African parents, because you're doing a wonderful job. It's not easy raising kids, especially African kids, and you're doing a really wonderful job. Thank you for the discipline, and please do not let anything else, stop you from, being that disciplined parent that you are. And thank you for your support, because sometimes, in fact, not even sometimes, I see African parents, I see how they act, how they behave, how disciplined they are, and I bring it out on screen.
All right.
So if African parents were not disciplined in the beginning, I don't think there would be any, reason to make content like what I do.
All right. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Hope
to see you on Saturday.
Definitely.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Kabisa. My DJ.
Bro.
Tumalizie tufunge.
Tufunge.
Niambie pale nakupata kwa social media.
Social media is at Ken the DJ, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Today I was sitting in for DJ Gigi, who wasn't feeling well, but a quick recovery to you, DJ Gigi.
Yeah, man.
Manze imekuwa fiti kudushona wewe, bro.
Kabisa, give thanks.
Nimeweza manze.
Blessed.
Wazi.
Na mimi Shatta Boy, Facebook, Shatta_boy, Instagram, Shatta Tikitaka, wapi? Ndio imeandikia kwa screen. Follow Willis Raburu everywhere, and we meet tonight 10/10. We mash up the place kama kaosio. Amazingness. God bless you.